Activate IoT ecosystem might seem a disconcerting word, but for others, it's their bread and butter. The Activate ecosystem consists on a set of techniques and methodologies that enables interoperability between the different existing IoT platforms and brings Activate services to guarantee the security, privacy, and trustiness of the users. Today, Ms. Pilar Sala from MySfera and Mr. Alejandro Medrano from the Polytechnic University of Madrid will introduce the technological framework of the project, which is in fact the heart of the Activate service portfolio.
Thank you, Ainhoa. We live in the age of IoT, or Internet of Things. Internet of Things are devices that are everywhere. We take them with us, we wear them, they are all around us. These devices are capable of sensing the environment around us. They are even capable of changing this environment. Increasingly, these devices have the capabilities of intelligence. They have more and more processing power, and they are also capable of connecting with one another. This brings me to the challenges of IoT, because it's not just that they are connecting, it's how they connect wirelessly, not with devices on the other side of the planet. And to do that, they need to speak the same language. They need to interoperate, they need to use standards. To help the usage of this interoperability and these standards, there have been many IoT platforms which aid in this task. However, the implementation of this task force, their approach to the IoT problem is diverged, and there has been an explosion of IoT platforms. Finally, but not least, the challenge of IoT is security. We need to secure our devices because they will handle our data such as user location data, our health data such as HR, EGG, or our activity data. So we need to ensure that the privacy of the user of this data, the owner of this data, is protected. We need to ensure that the data is modeled so that we know what data is, what kind of data this is, and how it can be analyzed. And finally, this data will be used. How we will be using this data, Pilar?
Well, in this case, we will be using the data with the active and healthy AD solutions. These solutions cover needs and promote the independent living and support the active aging of the elderly population. But there are also some challenges to these solutions. So how we can evolve these solutions to meet the changing needs of the elderly people when they age, or how we can combine solutions from different vendors so that we can provide more value to the users and don't have to have hundreds of applications, different devices, or how we can manage these solutions so to give value not only to the elderly population, but also to other stakeholders that are around them. So all of that are challenges that we have tried to solve in ActiveAge, and Alejandro is going to tell us how.
So addressing all these challenges from the hardware, the data, and the software perspective, we propose the IoT solution, or ActiveAge IoT Ecosystem Suite, which is a compendium of software which helps in the implementation of applications and services and addresses all these issues. The first is that offers interoperability between IoT platforms. IoT is not just another IoT platform. It helps you interoperate with your existing IoT platform and with any IoT platform. Hence, the explosion of IoT platforms is managed. The next is it offers a data model. This data model is standardized so that we know what kind of data IoT is managing at each step of the process. We have a state-of-the-art security and privacy, encrypting your communications, authorizing your users and your entities, and ensuring that only trusted entities access your services and your data. We have an analysis suite to help visualize and analyze your data, and there are many other features of IoTs. But essentially what IoTs helps you to do is evolve your applications, create your applications, and manage your applications using the existing pieces in the ecosystem. These pieces like hardware, data, software, which we store in the marketplace. So Pilar, what kind of things can we find in the marketplace?
Well, in the marketplace, we can find the ACTIVAGE solutions that we have developed and deployed in the project. At the end, we have a set of 32 applications for active and healthy aging that will cover 11 reference use cases, as we have seen during the day with examples of the end users and all the interventions. Also, we have made an expansion of this ecosystem with 10 new solutions that came from the startups and entrepreneurs in the different open calls, and also with the 3 new deployment site that has added 3 new applications each to the ACTIVAGE portfolio. And to see that, how we are going to provide this benefit to the end users, we are going to follow an example, for example, for Manuel, that is our user from Valencia, how he can benefit from the solutions.
Yeah, so at the beginning, Manuel may not know which solutions he wants to use. So in Madrid, we offer the personalized intervention plan. This is a 4-step approach by which we use interactive assessment. Then we propose them a set of solutions that they can use. Then we can monitor and adapt those solutions as they are using it. So just by answering a questionnaire in their phone and collecting data from the other solutions that Manuel may be using or other IoT devices in his environment, our solution from Madrid is capable of doing a risk analysis and proposing these 4 solutions. So we can use, for example, the daily activity monitoring solution.
Yes, the daily activity monitoring solution in ACTIVAGE, as we have it in Valencia, is a set of sensors that we deploy in the home of the elderly people that allow us to monitor their daily routines. The elderly people doesn't need to interact with the technology because he is just carrying out with his normal life, but the relatives will have real-time information about their loved ones and their daily routines in their mobile phone. So being able to react in advance to potential risky events. And to show more solutions and examples, we have our technical team that is with us virtually and that will present 3 more examples, starting with the physical activity monitoring.
Thank you very much, Pilar. So being physically active is the foundation of healthy aging, and Leeds deployment site, we put a lot of focus on physical activity tracking and remote monitoring of activities for elders. The design we used was very simple, with all the functionalities embedded in the smartwatch. The smartwatch captures all the activity details and sends it to the ACTIVAGE cloud for further analytics. The data we monitored during our pilot period was active time, steps, floors, climb, water intake, etc. After the collection of data on the cloud and with simple baseline questionnaires, we are able to offer personalized machine learning-based daily activity patterns for each user. And these daily activity patterns or charts are very helpful for carers and elders to understand the regular trends in one's life and take necessary actions if there are any deviations. Some of the key insights like bathroom usage and others were also through the help of IoT sensors.
Yes, so the next solution is behavior monitoring. Antonis, could you please?
Thank you, Alejandro. Elderly people are spending a lot of time at the home alone without much social interaction, so they need support to ensure their well-being. At Greece deployment site, we deploy a smart home solution developed by CERF, focusing on the behavioral monitoring of the elderly, providing insights about their daily routines and habits, and helping them and their caregivers have a better overview of their health and well-being. The solution has been deployed in more than 300 homes in municipalities all across Greece. Our behavioral monitoring system uses Raspberry Pi to collect data from various smart devices installed inside the house. Motion sensors detect the presence of the elderly in each room. A door sensor captures the movement in and out of the house, while a panic button, if pressed by the senior, alerts the dedicated caregiver about the emergency situation. Our solution also includes health monitoring devices such as blood pressure, glucose meter, and various devices. All data are collected through a central server and are depicted through a monitoring platform where only the dedicated caregiver of each senior has access. After the collection of the data on the cloud, our solution analyzes the patterns of behavior, matching and learning from the user's own previous patterns, using advanced machine learning and pattern recognition algorithms, along with the use of data stored in Iot's data lake. Various helpful insights are extracted through our visual analytics components and are depicted through the monitoring platform. This way, our solution can accurately detect abnormal behavior and notify, if needed, the dedicated caregiver, or even take action by proposing different activities and so on. Some key insights like bathroom and kitchen usage, home exits, home's temperature and humidity conditions, and sleeping hours are derived from our solution, and based on them, if an abnormal activity is detected, alerts and notifications are sent to both the senior's caregivers and their relatives.
Thank you, Antonis. The last solution that we are going to present today is the outdoor safety. Regel from Galicia.
Thank you, Alejandro. The outdoor emergency button is a technical solution for providing safety to elders at any moment in outdoor spaces. It allows fast assistance if any emergency happens, just by pressing this button. This solution is especially useful for people that no longer feel confident with their physical state and become afraid of having some trouble outdoors, being alone and unattended, such as accidental falls on the floor or feeling unwell, lost, or disoriented. In case the elderly user perceives any situation as an emergency, he or she can press the panic button, which connects to an emergency center and sends an alert, the elder ID, and the GPS position. Also, a voice call is established to obtain, if possible, further information about the emergency. The center will redirect the alert along with key emergency details to the most adequate assistance providers according to the specific situation, such as relatives, caregivers, medical services, or police, in order to provide quick assistance. This technology solution allows elder users to not become isolated and homebound when they feel not completely confident performing outdoor activities alone. This way, this solution promotes an independent life and an active and healthy aging.
Okay, thank you, Regel, and thank you, Rohit, Antonis, the
all.
technical team. So the key aspect of these solutions is that they are all working on top of IoTes, offering this interoperability and allowing users such as Manuel from before to use these solutions independently from where the solutions come from or where these users are. Finally, I would like to thank everyone that has worked in IoTes to bring you this solution, and also thank everyone that has worked in the ACTIVAGE solutions.